Greetings to you and welcome to today's special podcast. Today, by the end of this particular video, I will actually make sure that you are well equipped, okay, with my special tips on how to win on any dating app. All right. So, regardless of where you are living, regardless of which dating app you are using, for instance, here in France, most of us guys are used to Mythic, all right, for those who are interested in serious relationships. And those who are interested in, let's say, hookups and those kind of things, they are often on, let's say, Tinder, others are on Happen. There are actually many different types of dating apps out here. And some of us are getting it right while others are losing, unfortunately. And that is why I thought of sharing my special tips on how I always win because I never lose on a dating app. All right. And by winning, I'm sure by now you are just thinking of, just getting only the girl, your girl of dream or your dream girl, how to actually just win her over. You are probably already on a dating app, chatting with her, and or you are probably looking forward to, you know, going onto a dating app and to look for your dream wife, your dream girlfriend, you know, your dream partner, or whatever, female friend or male friend, all right? But for the purpose of this video, I will limit it to my male counterparts, all right? But the same tips actually apply to even my female viewers, all right? Because the truth of the matter is that um, you know, it is simply a collaboration between us men and you women, all right? So there is no any sort of competition. That is my honest opinion. You probably might hold a different opinion, but I think there should not be any sort of competition among us or between us men and you guys, you women. It is a matter of collaboration, all right? A man should be independent enough. By independent here, I mean he should be um, capable. All right, he should get his shit together, as most people like putting it, and he should be in a position to actually what? Because if a man is not independent, then there is no way he will be able to what? To cater for a woman. All right. In the same way, a woman should also be independent. All right. So there should not be any kind of codependency in the relationship. I expect a woman to also be what? Independent, be it financially. If she isn't, it is still fine because I am also for what traditional values such as, men actually catering for. I don't care, for instance, if my wife to be is just like a housewife. I don't have any problem with that because I know I'm gonna do my work. I'm a hand, and then she should cook. I will do the hunting. She should cook. It's okay. It's perfectly okay. Cooking and doing household chores and taking care of the children in itself is a whole lot, right? In terms of responsibility. So if my partner chooses to just stay at home and be a good wife, to me that is perfect. At the same time, if she chooses to, pursue her career, or be into any form of financial endeavors, I don't see her as a competition. I still see her as what, as a partner to collaborate with. So if she makes it and she's actually affluent, and even if she's doing better in her finances than I am, but I'll still be more than delighted, to be with such a partner. It means that she can pour into me, and I can also pour into her. All right. We can manage our finances better if we both are financially free. I mean, we can collaborate and actually make sure we have stuff done for our kids and for ourselves, and actually have a very happy family. So I'm saying this to say that I don't see women as a competition, and I don't see women as rivals, because we all actually came from women, and our moms, if I love my mom, why would I hate, I mean, my dream wife or my potential partner or my potential girlfriend? So there should not be any kind of rivalry. And that is to say that if, for instance, you are a lady watching this particular video, please stick till the end. Don't leave the video saying probably this is meant for men. No. The purpose is to actually make sure that men are equipped with, proper masculine values, and so that they can actually appreciate your divine femininity. All right. So that is the main purpose of the video. And for that reason, if you are a woman, please stick to the end. And if you are a man, open your ears wide as I share with you my special tips on winning on any dating app. All right. One thing I have to let you know for a fact is that when I said winning, I know you were just thinking of just, getting your dream girl only. All right. But it's not just limited to that. All right. The purpose of this is to make sure that even if you are unable to win the girl, all right. When I say you are unable to win the girl, sometimes it's just simply that neither you nor the girl deserve to be with each other. All right. So that might be an issue of incompatibility in any form, and that's why I would like you to understand that by winning, I'm not just talking about you getting a girl. Of course, I would like you to get a girl. So I'm going to share my tips with you to actually maximize your chances of actually getting that girl that you would like to get, right? But at the same time, in case of you not being able to even get a girl, how do you come out of the equation, as a dignified man, all right, without having your masculinity bruised, all right, and your heart sored, all right? That is actually the purpose of these tips that I'm going to share with you. All right. So one thing you must understand as a man is that women come onto the dating app for several reasons. There are some women that are actually serious, right? In the same way, there are some men that are actually serious, and there are some men that are probably not serious, depending on what type of relationship that they are looking for. All right. So in this particular video, I might lay emphasis on those who are looking for a serious relationship. All right. But I'm not going to still exclude those who are looking for maybe hookups or any other form of, relationship. All right. So what I'm trying to say is that women actually come to the dating app just as women for several reasons. So, for instance, some are on the dating app just to probably because they are bored and they are looking for somebody to talk to. Some are on the dating app probably because they are seriously looking for a partner, a serious man for that matter to settle with, raise a family. Who knows? Some are actually there because they just went through a breakup, all right? Simply because they just went through a breakup and they are trying to, recover. And often than not, some would even come with all that kind of toxicity, and sometimes they would project their just recent experiences or even past experiences negative experiences with men onto you, an innocent guy who might be out there trying to actually either get a catch, or actually get a serious partner, So that's why I actually want to rescue you from that misery of getting your heart bruised, and your ego actually shattered, right? So understanding this, okay, means that um, that actually constitutes the basics of winning on a dating app. If you understand that the potential partner that I might be, or potential girl that I might be talking to, is going to be somebody that would have different motives. Like I said, is she there just to play around? Is she there simply because she wants somebody to talk to? Is she there because she's looking for a potential hookup? Is she there for, a serious relationship? All right, understanding this constitutes the basics of actually winning. What that means is that when you go into the dating app with this understanding, you will easily find a correlation between how the girl texts you and what her intentions of texting you, or in other words, her intentions of engaging with you on the dating app. All right. So let me give you an example. Sometimes when I just get onto the dating app, and then maybe I am often on Mythic, all right. Since I started, this dating app thing, I've always been on Mythic. Mythic is actually the most popular dating app currently in France in terms of serious relationships, all right. So, and of course, people could still hook up on Mythic. That's not to say it's purposely for serious relationships, all right. But what I would like to understand is that sometimes I come into contact with, let's say, girls, or let's say women, all right, and sometimes you notice that, for instance, you've texted a person, you like. I am also of the principle that, like, you as a man, when you go into the dating app, you should approach the lady first. I mean, if the lady approaches you, there's nothing wrong. So I would often make sure that I match the girl, and then I follow up with what? A message immediately. Because that also depends on how the app is designed. Because for some apps, when you match the girl will have to also match you before you can actually message her. But the app that I'm talking about, as soon as you just match the girl, is it really matching? Let me not put it that way. Anyway, I could say match, but what I mean is, if I just like, if I hit a like, I wanted to say the like button, all right. But if I should hit the like button or the heart button to say, you know what, I really check you, and I make sure that I follow up with a message, all right. So that in itself is actually what me validating the girl that, you are enough, and I would actually want us to collaborate. Now, after doing this, if the girl chooses not to reply, she's probably not interested. All right. It simply means that she's not interested. That is the honest opinion, because if she's online, for example, she chooses not to reply, it simply means that what, she's not interested. Or she's probably having a lot of messages, and I probably might have to wait for my turn. All right. But to be honest with you, when we are interested in people, we actually make time for them. All right. And if for instance, um, she notices you as maybe, let's say, 7 out of 10, right? Or at least 8, she probably would have acted much promptly, all right? And she would have treated you with much respect than just, texting you in maybe the next day or in few hours time, and sometimes with just a word, or sometimes with just something, right? So it's really sad that girls communicate this way. It would have probably been much better if they could just tell you, you know what, I prefer being told. Not, because if you are matured, you should not take rejection as like, it should not really get into your ego, because you should understand that, I'm still good enough and I'll meet people that actually would appreciate what I have I would have to offer in the collaboration. So I wouldn't feel hurt if somebody tries to reject me. And I actually prefer sometimes the direct approach. Of course, she should be respectful, but however it comes, I just accept rejection, right? Knowing that I'm a winner and I always get somebody that would treat me right. In the same way, I don't like everybody, right? So already if you have this in your mind, I think it's a great step towards winning. That is actually how you build your confidence. The truth of the matter is that the more you actually try to win a girl, then you end up being like a simp. And girls don't respect simps. So I'm saying this to say that uh, when you're about to text a girl, all right, the mere fact that you liked her means that you actually you liked or you matched her, whether she matches you or not, whether she likes you or not. The mere fact that you match her or you just liked her shows that you have already validated her. Now, what were the mistakes that I used to make? The mistakes that I used to make was that as soon as I like her, I would follow up with a message like, hey, so and so. I was actually, I don't want to say dumb, but at that time I was actually so ignorant and naive about, female nature. So what I would say, I was actually simping, let's put it that way. I would say, hey, I actually like your profile. All right. This is what I literally used to say. I actually like your profile, and I would like to get to know you much better. I am Minukun, and I'm from so and so, and I'm actually currently living in Paris, for instance. And I'm actually looking for so and so and so and so. And sometimes the girl wouldn't reply, until I learned the lesson the harder way, right? Because I later understood that why would I have to say that I like her profile when I already matched her and I still followed her with a message? I did not even wait for her to match me, okay, but I just follow her with a message. And that is perfect. I'm actually of the opinion that if you like the girl, as soon as you like her, then you follow her with a message. In some dating apps, it's actually the girl that texts you first, like the Bumble or whatever, that is different. You get it? But in most classic dating apps, you can actually text the girl. So, and I always encourage us guys to actually make the first move. That is how, it is in real masculine feminine interaction. We men have to make the move, but it doesn't also mean if a woman makes the move it's bad, right? So, and like I said, you have nothing to lose. By so doing, you are simply opening up to collaborate. And if she's interested in collaboration, in the collaboration, or if she's interested in collaborating with you, then so be it, right? So now that I've told you the mistake that I used to make, which was simply coming out like a simp, which is simply what? By my action of liking a girl, and then secondly, following up with a message, and the message is just like, you know what, I like your profile, and I would like to get to know you, and all of that. I've decided to change, all right? And what I do is that I actually make sure that I go onto the girl's page, all right, and actually take my time. Because why was I always sending these kind of generic messages? Because those messages like, hey, how are you? Like, hey, I like your profile and I would like to get to know you better. That actually doesn't say anything about her, all right? Doesn't say anything about her profile, doesn't say anything about, her. So, not that I was still winning. Even sometimes I still used to win with that. But what I really find with that is that I'm double validating the girl, which is, there's nothing wrong. I am actually of the opinion that if you like her eyes, let her know you appreciate her beauty. If you like her ears, if you like anything about her, just let her know you appreciate that. That is actually appreciating. You actually love yourself. That's why you're able to love others. And it's actually appreciation of what? The beauty in creation, regardless of whether she's going to reject or accept you. I'm not of the opinion of trying to manipulate and trying to be something that you aren't. If you are love, then you always attract love. So if you are looking for love, because you don't want somebody that will bring you trouble. So if you want love, then make sure you show up with love so you can attract people that also bring you what? Love and warm-heartedness. So I don't believe in any tactics of manipulation. Be your real self, treat other people with respect so that you can be at peace with yourself and you can actually attract people that also treat you with respect and love. That's what I believe in. So there's nothing wrong with even my previous way of working, and used to win with that by just saying, you know what, I like your profile. But what I'm trying to say is that that wasn't a message that would be tailored towards the girl in question, because and such messages I used to just run them to several girls and just sit back and hope that one of them would respond, you know, which isn't bad, like I said, but most girls would find that not interesting because you are not really saying anything much about who they are, what have you read on their profile, you haven't said anything about their interests, you know. And but to me, that is still not an excuse, all right? Because let me tell you, okay, let me now from there, what was the second strategy? The second strategy was then to actually take my time, okay, to read through the person's profile and to actually get to talk to them, all right, and talk about the specifics, that things that I like about them, which I think is the best to do, all right. Though I will say something afterwards, all right. What I really think that is the best way to go, because this way, you yourself as a man, it means that you are going to now be selective, all right. And that is one thing that I have to also let you know, is that you as a man, you should be selective, because when you are selective on a dating app and you get to meet even your dream girl, your selective nature, okay, would make you more confident. It means that you're actually looking forward to collaborate with this girl, and you are not just going to, see her as, you are not going to simp. She's going to feel it that this guy is selective and this guy knows what he wants, and she would try to win you. As a matter of fact, if really she finds the person that she's also looking for in you. All right. So by actually taking your time to read through the girl's profile, identifying what she likes, and seeing her values actually in match with yours, already that is going to save you a lot of time. But for those who are just interested in hookups, then the first strategy that I shared with you still works perfectly well for me. All right. Based on your looks, based on all that you present. If you are just interested in hookups, because girls who are into hookups are only interested in how you look and whether they see themselves having something with you. So that could still work perfectly well for you. But especially those of us who are interested in a serious relationship, then we should take our time, read through her profile, identify something of interest. So that can easily spark a conversation. You get it? But what I wanted to say, even in regards to this method, is that girls often than not would still not mind you, even if you go through their profile to identify what they like, and sometimes they actually fake it. some people may present themselves to be so and so, but in real life they aren't what they are pretending to be. So nothing guarantees that when you actually read through their profile and talk about what they really like and all of that, it's going to win them over. And more especially, you should not try to please the girl. You should not try to really, but like I said, it's still the best way to go, because that way you will be selective, which means if you read through the girl's profile and you realize that her values are not in line with yours, then you can simply move on to the next profile, probably. All right. But now, the last tip that I'm going to share, all right, or method that I have been using for some time now, is actually the method whereby I simply greet. All right, so it's similar to the first method, which is it's nothing tailored towards the profile of the girl. It's just like, it's also a generic way of sending messages. All right, but to be honest with you, that also still works perfectly well for me, because I still get to meet girls that I would just say, for instance, if especially I often text girls during the weekend, so I would say, for instance, hey, I hope you had a great weekend. Sorry, I hope you had a great week. All right. Any plans for the weekend? Or sometimes I would say, hey, I hope you had a great week. What was so special about this week, in your opinion? And then there are many girls who would still reply saying, yeah, nothing special. Or some would say, you know what, this and this happened. I probably got this, or probably, whatever. And that still opens up a conversation. So I'm saying this to come to the bottom line that it doesn't really matter how you text. Make sure you are polite, all right? And make sure you are sincere. And make sure that you are showing love. Because when you are loved, then you always attract love. I'm not trying to say you're not going to attract sometimes Jezebels, if you want to use that term, though I don't really think anybody is the devil and somebody is the angel. I believe that we all have 50% good in us, and we all have 50% bad. And we could choose to to increase our positivity, and we could choose to increase our negativity. So I don't believe any devil anywhere, or any, we as human beings, we are capable of doing good and we are capable of doing bad, right? But I'm just trying to say that it doesn't really matter your approach, all right? Just make sure that you are polite, respectful, show love, so you can also attract somebody that would appreciate your love. Because when you pretend, there are a lot of games out there, text her, when she replies, go back and come back in 2 days time, or in an hour time. Don't text her back immediately, and a whole lot of games. I am not to preach the games for you. I've gone through all of that, because when I was hurt initially, I went through all that, but I came back to my consciousness and said, you know what, I will remain me, and I've always found somebody that appreciates me for who I am and that loves me for who I am. But I'm trying to say, make sure that you are polite enough, and make sure that you are confident enough, and make sure that you are selective, so you don't come across as being a simp and just being too needy. All right. Understanding that is a matter of collaboration. All right. And the people that you are going to be with should be people that you actually deserve to be with each other. So in your texting, just do this, and I can guarantee you that, make sure that at least you improve upon any aspect. Be yourself, all right? If you don't feel like shaving, like my case, I don't feel like shaving. Do I have to be in some way? Do I have to pretend? No, I'm cool. I'm good the way I am. And I know there are people that wouldn't like guys that wouldn't shave. If I choose to shave, then fine. But what I'm trying to tell you is that usually you don't have to play any games or pretend to be something that you aren't. Because when you pretend to be something that you are not, you cannot always maintain that standard. So when the fellow comes even into your life, she notices these inconsistencies and things begin to flake, right? Things just begin to fall apart. So why not just be your real self? So you can attract real people. So whether you are going to text by just saying hi, hey, how was your day, and blah blah blah. Why am I saying this? I can guarantee you that any girl that is serious and that is kind and that has humility and that is feminine, because would make sure that she greets you back. If you just say hi, how are you doing, she would greet you back. I mean, since when did greeting become greeting is something that is since when did greeting become a crime? That I cannot just greet somebody on a dating app in order to initiate a conversation. Why do I have to come and speak as if I knew the girl somewhere? Why do I have to talk? Why must I, start to talk about deep stuff about somebody that I've just seen on the internet? Just, or why do I have to act in a certain way? Or why do I have to just pretend and play games? Of course, if you are looking for hookups, mainly just hookups, then why not you could try to learn those games if it's worth it for you. For me, I'm not interested in that. So I prefer being my real self, and I've always won, like I told you. All right. So I just be my real self, and I make sure that I am love and respect. I portray those values, and then they reciprocate it. So neither approach is wrong. Just make sure that you are your real self. All right. Make sure that you are presentable. All right. Make sure that you are polite. Make sure that you are real. And you always be blessed with real people. Those who are fake, they always run as soon as they notice your realness. And that is what? A divine protection from the universe, from the creator. All right. So that you always be with people that are actually what? Not necessarily compatible, but people that you actually deserve to be with each other. So with that said, I hope you were able to get some value from this video, and you always win, not only the girl, but you always come out with your ego, your masculinity, your respect and dignity intact. Thank you so much for watching, and please remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and let me know what you think in the comment section. See you in the next one. Bye.